Generating meta-analysis and corresponding forest plots to assess efficacy of randomized controlled trials of health interventions is the core purpose of RevMan. But if you think that's all RevMan is for, you're actually missing out on some important tools. As with many other things in life, preparation is key. So before you can get to the point of generating meta-analysis, the systematic review process requires you to complete a number of steps. RevMan can help you with some of these steps while following guidance from the Cochrane Handbook. So in today's webinar, we'll be looking at how to define PICOs for studies, or review criteria, as it's called in RevMan, how to set up eligibility criteria for your analysis so that RevMan knows which data you're interested in. And then we'll import study data to the review and use that data to generate the meta-analysis. We'll be looking at how you can write your systematic review article and how you can export it for submission. Those of us that have had the pleasure of conducting a full systematic review before know that it's complex, time-consuming, but a rewarding endeavor. The last area in this webinar will demonstrate how RevMan can support you in the administration and planning of the activities when conducting systematic reviews and managing a portfolio of reviews in progress. So we'll now move on to the demonstration where I will help you get started using RevMan. The QR code that's displaying here will take you to the subscription page, but you could also go to revman.cochrane.org/info. And you don't need to do that now, but we'll be sharing the slide deck later if you want to follow along as you get back to this. So now we'll finally have you see RevMan. So for most of the steps going forward, you will need a Cochrane account. I'm going to log in on this page. And you can see if you don't have an account, you can use this sign up here to sign up for your Cochrane account. And I really recommend that you do that because it's going to help with all the steps going forward. You can also see here that there's some information added to the page here for subscribing to RevMan. And you can also see that I have an active subscription. To get access to RevMan, there are two different ways that you can register. As an individual, you can purchase your subscription for one person and get started directly. Or as an organization, looking for a subscription for more than one person, you can use the inquiry form where you will get support to find the right subscription for your situation. All of these subscriptions are yearly. Let's go through the two different routes to see how you get started. If you're an organization looking to buy an institutional subscription, where you also get to access the project and portfolio management features, click the Inquire button, fill in your details, select the type of organization that you have, and the estimated number of users required. And also let us know if you have any other specific queries or requirements. Click Submit, and we will get back to you to confirm the details for your subscription. You will be asked to suggest a person to be organization administrator. This person will be responsible for setting up your organization in RevMan, managing units and inviting unit leads, and also changing the organization-wide settings. When the subscription is paid, you'll be provided with a link to log into RevMan. So let's now assume that I've clicked that link, then I will be taken to, we'll go to the portfolio view in RevMan. And for this demonstration, we're going to look at this new organization that I've added, organization for demo, which you can see I'm an administrator in. So this is what you see as an organization admin the first time you log in. And as an organization administrator, you can now set up units that your reviews will belong to and invite unit leads. This could be used for example, group reviews that have specific teams work on, or reviews relating to a specific health area. You can also choose to only have one unit. So let's just go ahead and add a unit. Click unit. I'm going to name it emergency care. Let's close this and invite a unit lead. So the 3 dots here to the right allow you to add unit leads. You can either invite by email, or you can add a known user, in which case they will be added directly. So I will add myself as a unit lead. As an organization lead, you can actually determine which permissions your unit leads should have in your organization. So let's look at how you would do that. In the left-hand navigation, you would click Settings, and then scroll down to the bottom. You see some text boxes. So in this organization, unit leads have permissions to create reviews, transfer reviews, move reviews, and delete reviews. But you can decide to tick any of these, and then don't forget to apply the settings here in the top. If we navigate into the unit, you can actually see that we are now at a stage where you can start creating your new reviews. So you're all set to get started. Before we do that, let's go back to the pricing page and look at the route for individuals. An individual subscription to RevMan is free if you are in a research for life country or for authoring Cochrane reviews. And there are discounts available for Cochrane members, academics, and students. By logging in with your Cochrane account, you can see this discount. So you can see that today I've set myself as living in Bangladesh, which I don't do, but you can see that the research for life rate is free, so I'm able to select that. And I'm also able to select student because in my Cochrane account, I've noted that I'm a student. If you then click subscribe, you can fill in the payment information. You also need to agree the terms and conditions, and then you can continue to review your purchase. And once you've paid, you will get an email saying with instructions so that you can navigate to RevMan. There are no setup tasks for individual subscribers, so as you will only have one unit, so we'll now move on to creating your first review. So I'll navigate back to the organization here. To create a review, you need to be in a unit and click the New Review button. The thing you need to add is a title. So I'm going to go ahead and add this, my new review, as title. As you can see, RevMan supports different types of reviews. So intervention reviews are the most common, but we also support prognosis, qualitative overviews, methodology reviews, and diagnostic test accuracy reviews, which has a completely different analysis model. If you want to, you can use a template to populate data in your review before you get started. So if you choose the Cochrane template here, you will get Cochrane's suggested information for how to fill in the headings in a review. If you want to have use the text editing part of RevMan, but you don't want Cochrane's headings, the best option is the rapid reviews. But if you choose an intervention review and the Cochrane template, you will get really good guidance on how you can write the sections in the Cochrane review. In terms of next steps here, in order for you to start editing a review, it needs to have a project open. So it's usually good to keep this ticked, because that means that when you then click Add Review, you can select a project. So I'm going to go ahead and select a review project with no template and create the project. As you can see, the review ended up here in progress, and I can click to navigate to it. And that takes me into the review. So I'll just give you a brief overview of how to navigate in the review first. So when you click on a review to edit it, you end up on the dashboard. The dashboard has some status information, some action, milestones and tasks to help you project manage your review, validation report, history, and also a decision log showing project statuses and, for example, authorship changes to the review. In the left-hand navigation, you'll see data, which has the core components, review criteria, studies, and analysis. We'll get a closer look at those later. The contents part consists of the abstract plain language summary, summary of findings, and text. So this is basically if you want to use RevMan to write a systematic review using, for example, Cochrane's headings, this is where you would go.